Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the first ever The Rat's Nest anime season, mid-season review something. I am the Rat, and this is The Rat's Nest. Today, as I kind of stumbled over in my little intro there, I am going over the stuff that I have been watching personally over this anime season. We're kind of in the middle of it. I guess a bit past the middle of it. But we're essentially in the middle of the season right now. And I have 5 shows that I have been watched some of, and I wanted to give my general thoughts on them because some of them are pretty good. And maybe one of them is not that great. But hey, we'll get there when we get there. So, let's just get right into it, right? I have such good anime taste, right? First thing we're going to talk about is Hell's Paradise. This is a show that I actually recently just binged yesterday and the day before. And I gotta say, I was looking at it, right, and I was like, this looks like a pretty decent show, right? All things considered, coming into it, I had heard good things. My friend Kyle, who's on the channel most of the time, he's come through and he's been like, hey, this is a really good show. He's been watching it with his roommate. And he's like, this is a really good show. You got to watch it. You got to get on the hype train. I said, I will eventually. And so I got bored enough. I was tired is what it was. I was like, I don't want to do it. I was like, I just want to watch some anime. And so I checked out Hell's Paradise. And I got to say, it's pretty darn good. Hell's Paradise is really good. We are through episode 8 right now, I believe. Maybe just 7. Maybe we're just on 7. Spoilers for Hell's Paradise, by the way. And where the anime is at this point. And, I'm really enjoying it. I think Gabimaru as a main character, him and Sagiri, I think that's her name, Sagiri. I say Sagiri. I don't know. I'm American. I'll speak in American. I think that they're a really fun little duo there. Gabimaru's ultimately his character goal is simple, right? He wants to go back, get pardoned, live with his wife. Simple enough. Simple wife, simple life, right? But I really enjoy seeing the kind of growth that he goes through, albeit maybe simpler than some other shows, but that's not a bad thing at all. I've really enjoyed getting to kind of, dive into some of this stuff and to be like, okay, what's crack-a-lackin', what's cooking, right? And seeing also his relationship with Sagri evolve. I think that she's a great character as well. Her little arcs that she's been going through. It's been interesting. I think they have a really fun dynamic. The supporting characters are super fun too. You have, Genji died, and then you kind of have 3 groups, right? And I will say this show, I really enjoy the way that the characters are laid out. You kind of have 3 groups, right? You have the quote-unquote main group. That's Gabimaru, Sagiri, Yuzuriha, and the glasses guy whose name I can't remember. Genji was in there, but he's dead, L. The giant fight, that was fun. And then you have the 2 brothers, right, who may be dead. I don't know. They could be dead, they could not be dead. That's something we're going to talk about with this show. And then you have the 3rd group, which was the blind guy, the little chick, and the dead guy, the now dead guy. You got them. And so I think those 2 will probably meet up with. So I think that our main characters will get together in a group at some point. And 2, I think we've been whittling down the characters. I think we're kind of getting to our core cast here. This show, I really appreciate its structure in that it takes some very obvious inspiration from Attack on Titan, right? Let's be real here. It takes some, and that's not a bad thing. But they're on this island, right? They have giant humanoid creatures that are smiling and eat people, right? It's the Titans. Objectively, if it's not inspired from the Titans, then that's a super coincidence. That's kind of crazy, but. Hey, I really like it. I think that's fun. You also have, I think it was just revealed in the second most recent episode whenever they were talking to the Groot guy and the little girl. And it was revealed that the island has 3 sections. You have the outer rings, the inner ring. You have the outer ring, the middle ring, and the inner ring. So you have those 3 rings, obviously reminiscent of the 3 walls of Attack on Titan. Right? I'm not saying that that's a bad thing at all. I enjoy being able to see the influence there, and I think that the story structure has been great so far. I mean, there's a serious sense of dread. Oh, I forgot there's a 4th group of characters. There's the dragon guy and his Asaemon. You got them. They haven't really done anything yet. I don't know. They might die. They might become really cool characters. I hope they become really cool characters. It kind of seems like they're saving him almost. It's kind of odd like that. But we'll just have to wait and see, right? But I really enjoy. You got the bugs. There's mystery. There's horror. I really enjoy it. It has inspiration from Attack on Titan, but it's certainly not a clone of it whatsoever. I mean, Gabimaru and Sagari and the characters and that kind of thing. I will say it's also similar to Attack on Titan. It's also similar in that, like I don't feel like any character other than Gabimaru and Sagari are safe. I feel like those two are pretty solidly safe, at least for now. I could see one of them dying, like kind of at a midway point, because like Gabimaru's our protagonist, but Sagari is a deuteragonist kind of. I could see if Gabimaru dies, Sagari taking over a full protagonist role, or vice versa. It'll just be, or maybe see someone else step into that deuteragonist spot. And I really enjoy that writing, where like I don't really feel like any character is 100% safe. So I could see Gabimaru and Sagari dying. I think that we'll kind of see a lot of death here at the beginning, as we have been seeing. And then as we get further into the series, we're going to be seeing less of that, and we have our core cast that's going to really get established, really get developed. It's kind of rare to have a series that will routinely kill off uber-developed characters. I don't know if... I think I see us getting to a stability point, and then maybe at some big moments losing a couple over the course of the rest of the series. But I really enjoy it. Like I was saying, it takes inspiration from Attack on Titan, but it's certainly not that. I'm really interested in learning more about the Tensei or the Tensen or whatever, the beings that like can change their genders and whatnot, and are like plant-based and super strong. I think that's really cool. How you have the elixir of immortality. And one, we've seen it used on Gabimaru's assassin chief, whatever guy. Like, we've seen it used on him. And so we get to see, one, it there, and then two, we get to see people on the island with it, utilizing it. And also, there's history on this island, as we saw with the Groot guy. There's a ton of mysteries. This might be one that I pick up the manga after it finishes. But I think right now, I just want to enjoy the anime. Mappa's doing an awesome job with it, as Mappa does. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they keep up with it. Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 next season. That's going to be insane. That's going to hit insane. But Hell's Paradise has been absolutely phenomenal. I give it second best opening of the anime that I'm watching. And that is a hard call between it and Oshi no Ko. And I'll get to Oshi no Ko at the end. It is a hard call between it and Oshi no Ko for second best opening. But I really like work. Like, it just... I don't know. I guess, like, it suits my musical tastes more than... I don't know the English name of Oshi no Ko's opening, because I just listened to it and it just has the Japanese name. It's by Yaosobi, the same guys that did that one super good song that I can never remember the name of either. Yaosobi does some good stuff. But yeah, Hell's Paradise, great show. I'm really looking forward to seeing more, seeing forward to how the characters develop, getting to learn more mysteries and see these characters just interact. I really enjoy the character writing in the show. I'm a big character guy. And so just kind of getting to see all that has been really fun. So next, I want to talk about probably my least favorite of the ones that I've been watching, KamiKatsu, Working for God in a Godless World. I watched this one. I watched episode 1 on a whim with Kyle. We were hanging out, catching up on some of the ones I'll get into later. But I watched it on a whim with him, and episode 1. And I went through, I was bored. I caught up to it on about episode 5 or 6 or something. I'm somewhere around there. I think I'm episode 6. And I haven't really caught up since. I watched it initially because, I saw the funny scene of the, it's just real life, but like cell shaded, and they put his head over it. And that was funny. I will say that I enjoyed what I watched of it, and I probably will watch the rest of it at some point. But just after the reveal of the mystery of who the Emperor is and that kind of thing, and getting to see Loki and kind of the others there. After that mystery was revealed, there wasn't much left for me there. The characters in the show itself is funny enough. I do like the premise of, it's it's another world, it's Earth in the future. I always enjoy whenever isekai do that. But I don't know. It never truly grabbed me. Like, I enjoy it as, like, dumb fun, you know, but, like, I don't know. I'll probably catch up to it. You know, it's fun enough. It's funny enough. But ultimately, nothing terribly special. Next, we have an honorary mention. One that isn't technically one of the 5 that I've been watching. But I'm a big One Piece fan. I read the manga. I don't watch the anime. I mean, I've seen, you know, clips and stuff in certain episodes. I watched 1015 whenever that came out. That's an insane episode. So, as you'll probably guess, I watched 1062. And I gotta say, that was a pretty good episode. I enjoyed how they adapted everything. You know, I think the adaptation is solid, you know, coming up. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of the One Piece anime just in general because of how slow it is in the pacing. But I felt like the pacing of this episode was pretty good. I was a bit confused. I mean, like, I don't watch the One Piece anime regularly, so I don't know how they usually handle music. But, like, the lack of music, it could have been very intentional. And, I mean, I do think that it helped, like, the atmosphere and stuff. But it did feel odd, almost. But obviously, you had some insane animation that was super cool. I will say, admittedly, I don't see where people are saying this is one of the best episodes of One Piece in general. Like, Zoro versus King is a cool fight, and, like, Zoro's my favorite Straw Hat, and, like, there was some insane animation here, and, like, it was a really good episode that I really enjoyed. But you can't rank this episode over stuff from, like, Marineford or stuff, you know? Like, just objectively, I mean, sure, this is a pretty big moment because it's Zoro officially beating Yonko Captain 1. Yonko First Captain, whatever you... YC1, right, as us in the power scaling community. Us. That's so true. Refer to him as. Like, I mean, like, it's a big moment. I'm not trying to downplay that this is a big moment or it's a really cool moment, you know, getting to see King's face and learning that he's a Lunarian, getting to see his backstory. But I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, you know, it has some insane animation. It's a great episode. It's not like the best episode of One Piece, but it was really good. I watched it. I really enjoyed it. Obviously, some insane animation there. But yeah, that's just my quick little thoughts on that. It's just really good, but like not the best. And it's not a knock against it. That's just saying the other stuff is that good. So next on the anime front is a little known anime called Rokudo's Bad Girls. Rokudo no Onatachi. As Kimetsu no Yaiba. That's so true. Shingeki no Kyojin. Rokudo no Onatachi, because I'm fancy, I refer to it in Japanese. This is a series that I've been looking forward to this anime ever since I saw that they were making it, because I read the manga, right? I've read the manga. I'm pretty sure the manga is complete or near complete. I have not caught up to it. I am a couple years behind at this point. But I remember the manga. I remember reading the manga on my big list of manga that I used to read. I still have that list. I just haven't read it in forever. A lot of that kind of stuff. I always really looked forward to this one because, like, it's not the most in-depth series of all time, right? It's not the most dramatic series of all time. You know, it's not the most poetic, whatever, right? But it's really fun, and it has a lot of heart. If you haven't seen Rokudo's Bad Girls, I ask you to give it a try. Really, you know, a lot of it's dumb fun, right? And I know that I'm kind of clouded by nostalgia, but like, there's heart in this show. Really in the writing and everything with Rokudo's character and how he's portrayed. You know, obviously at its core, it's a funny show about little kid Riz, right? First Riz Bonder, the Grand Wizard of Oz, bro. You know, that kind of thing. It's a really good show. It has, you know, it's not going to hit you with like, oh, the most profound message ever. But it's like, I really like Rokudo and the way that he's written and the way that he looks at situations and his character growth. I think that it's great because, you know, to say realistic, right? But just the way that he's written so that he does grow. He changes. He actively wants to better himself for the people around him. He actively tries, and it's like, it's refreshing to have that. Especially in a show like Rokudo's Bad Girls, where you're not expecting that kind of thing from a protagonist. It's silly, it's goofy. You have your funny moments, but it has a lot of heart there, and I've really been enjoying it this season. I've introduced it to my friend Kyle. He's been enjoying it, at least as far as he tells me. But it's just, I know not a lot of people are watching it. I probably won't get a season 2. Obviously, I hope it does. I hope we get a full adaptation of it. But that's anything you read the manga of, right? I've really been enjoying it. There's some real heart here. Some of the writing is a little bit cheesy, but there's more there than I think than you would think, just looking at it first glance. I've really enjoyed it, and that's after my tastes have changed away from stuff like that, and so I can still respect it. I still really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the season. Alrighty, another before we get into the last 2 I've been watching, another honorable mention, Kimetsu no Yaiba. Demon Slayer. I have seen 1 episode of Demon Slayer. I watched episode 1. I won't say exactly when it came out. It was a couple days after it came out. I watched episode 1, and I was doing nothing that weekend. I had stuff that I needed to do that weekend because this was in finals, or close to it beforehand, or whenever. But I just decided, I sat down on a Saturday and I read all of Demon Slayer in one night, and that was kind of insane. So I haven't watched any more of Demon Slayer Swords of Village, but I have read all of Demon Slayer. I'm actually probably going to record a video and talk about my thoughts on it, because that's an entirely different can of worms. But for the episode I saw, pretty good. I will say I'm surprised that I have not seen a terrible amount of hype around Swordsmith Village. Obviously it's exciting, right? And people like it, but it's like, I don't know. I thought it'd be more with Demon Slayer. That's nothing. I'm gonna record a different video on my thoughts on Demon Slayer, and get into that when we get into that. But yeah, no. It was good episode, and talk about my thoughts on Demon Slayer later. For the penultimate anime that I've been watching this season is none other than Yusha ga Shinda. The legendary hero is dead. This, I'm just going to say it first off. This has the best opening this season. You can disagree with me, and that's fine. You're entitled to your own opinion, and I respect that. You're wrong, but something about this OP, man, I don't know. It slaps. It checks every single box with me. This is a great OP. It's my favorite this season. And I don't know to call this my favorite anime this season. I'm loving it. I am loving The Legendary Hero is Dead. This is another one that I knew of coming in, where I read the manga, and I know that the manga is complete. I'm pretty sure. I have not finished the manga. I'm pretty sure I stopped reading it on the final arc. Oh my gosh. I'll make a wrap-up video at the end of the season. I really, because Yusha Shinda is owned by a company like the manga is, to be published in English, a company that just hasn't printed it or is bankrupt. Oh, I want it brought over so bad, dude. I want it over here. I love The Legendary Hero is Dead, bro. I love this show. I remember seeing that it was getting an anime adaptation, bro. I got so hyped, and I gotta say it's lived up to the hype. I didn't know how I would view it coming in, being more disconnected from my old tastes in manga, being a lot of isekai, that kind of stuff. Where I still enjoy that stuff, but I don't enjoy it as much as I used to. I've definitely been more on a shonen kick recently. You know me, huge One Piece guy. I didn't know how coming in, having matured a little bit, right? I have been loving it. Seeing all these characters that I remember coming through. It's a funny show. A lot of it's dumb fun. There's some serious moments in there with the characters. That's hey, I can respect it. At the end of the day, it's a comedy show, right? until the twist, right? Until Yusha Shinda manga readers know what I'm talking about. I mean, but it's been just a ton of fun to see these to remember everything and to see all these characters, kind of come to life with the anime, and just to revisit this story that I really enjoy. It's not the most complex story ever, but it is. I mean, it's still a lot of fun, right? I have a blast every single episode. Kyle's been really enjoying it. There's a character named Kyle, and there's a Sion Blandon or something. I don't know, but it's like Kyle and Brandon. So it's like, we're like, dude, we're literally in this anime, bro. But it's just been, Yushiga Shinda's been really good. I've really enjoyed it. I've enjoyed all the arcs, that we've gotten so far. I think that the characters are really fun to be around. I think their interactions are really fun. Toka's a great protagonist, getting to see him with everyone. You have your quote unquote serious moments that I can enjoy because I like these characters, and I think that a lot of the character writing is very believable in that, and it's fun to see them go around on their little adventure to seal the gates of hell, and I always look forward to the new episodes. Finally, the big kahuna of the anime season, right? This season's Attack on Titan. This season's Re:Zero. Whatever you want to call it, right? The big kahuna of this one, the Reddit favorite of this one, right? Oshi no Ko. Now, I will admit, starting off the season, I didn't think I was going to watch it, right? Because it's the Reddit favorite. And, looking back on past Reddit favorites, I say Reddit favorite, king of the seasonal anime, right? You have My Dress Up Darling, Komi-san, Nagatoro, Uzaki-san, those kind of things. I don't like those shows. Look. If you like those shows, cool, awesome, good for you. I can understand that, right? Like, I love isekai. I love them a little bit less now. Like, I can stand less. I have to have better quality isekais than I used to. But I still love just turning on a stupid isekai and enjoying it, right? It's gotta have a little bit of plot, right? I'm not gonna turn on Isekai Cheat Magician, which I hate Isekai Cheat Magician, right? It's got to be more than that. But I understand that there is a demographic for those, quote unquote seasonal animes, right? And that's what I thought. I'm not that demographic. I don't like those shows. They're not entertaining to me. If you do like them, more power to you, but I'm not going to watch them. Now, I thought that Oshi no Ko was going to be like that. I was like, oh, it's another seasonal anime with a girl of the season, going to be forgotten 5 years after it's, 5 days after it finishes airing. That kind of thing. That's exactly what I thought it was going to be. But then I saw people talking about it, and I saw that there was apparently some twist at the end of episode 1, and episode 1 was like a movie. And there was just one night I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm bored enough. Let's just see what it's all about, right? I've seen that there's a twist. Let's kind of check it out, see what the twist is about. Let's look at the movie. I really went in expecting not much. I was like, it's going to be, funny seasonal. Episode 1 is really good. And then the rest of it's really good. I have really enjoyed Oshi no Ko. I don't know if I could call it my favorite anime of this season, because it kind of feels like I'm like betraying the hero is dead. But I don't know. Oshi no Ko is really good. I will say it's not the best thing since sliced bread, right? I really enjoy Oshi no Ko. I think that it's great. It's not literally the best thing to ever exist, as some might have you believe. That honor goes to Mushoku Tensei, and it's my opinion, so I'm correct. But Oshi no Ko has been phenomenal. Episode 1 blew me away, really. It's great. Like I finished it, and I was like, that was pretty good. And then 5 minutes later, I was like, that was really good. And 5 minutes after that, I was like, that was really freaking good. And 5 minutes after that, I was like, that was really good. It just kept hitting me more and more how good that episode was. And just kind of, the introduction, all of that. And I was like, okay. I was like, you know what? I like it. Now, I will say people were talking like, oh, this is the darkest thing, or this is the saddest. It's sad, yeah. Like, I mean, like I got sad. I'm like, bro, like this is making me feel something, right? I was like, this is awesome. I was like, this is a great episode 1 with that. The way everything was framed and done with all that, I think was really well done. You know, it's not it's the darkest twist ever. No. I mean, it was so obvious coming from a mile away. Oh no, I was gonna die. Okay, cool, right? I think their marketing was smart to market it around her. But I saw it coming from a mile away, right? It didn't surprise me, but whenever it happened, I still got sad. And that's the mark of good writing there. Whenever you know something's about to happen, and this was a series that I didn't even have any prior attachment to, right? It's just characters that I've just met now in this situation that I've just now learned about. Something's going to happen, I know that it's going to happen, and I'm still attached enough to the characters and the world to be sad about it. I'm like that. I was like, that's really good writing. That's really good, directing everything. And the rest of the anime's just kept it up, bro. It's been really good. Just watched episode 8, and I am fighting back the urge to rip into the manga right now. Just because it's really good. After the season ends, I'm definitely probably gonna have to get into the manga, man. I don't know if I can wait for season 2. It's really good. It's a really good series. I think that Aqua's a really fun character. I think he's a great main character. It scratches that little bit of edginess that I can really appreciate. But also it's fun. I went in knowing I was like, I don't really like idol anime. That's not my thing. That's not what it is at all, and I'm very thankful for that. I enjoy kind of the look into show business and all the kind of factors that affect that. I think that a lot of it is relatively simple and kind of surface level things that I think most people would know. But I think getting to see it, is good. It's not the most I'm such a smart fellow now because I watched the show. No, you're a fart smeller. That's such a funny joke. But I mean, it offers good perspective, I think. I can also appreciate how modern it is. That's always weird to just be watching. They just talk about YouTube and TikTok, and it's like, okay, yeah, sure, I guess, yeah, I know what they are, yeah. It's not glue, it's not GlueTube or Clip Clop. That's so true. Oh my gosh. It's the actual thing. So I can appreciate how modern it is. These are real problems that people face in the entertainment industry, and so I can appreciate the perspective that it's giving us. I can appreciate what it's trying to say with all that. I'm super hooked not just on Aqua's revenge story, which I think is super interesting, and going to be able to see how his character develops. I'm also super interested in how his relationship with Ruby develops as siblings, just from the difference in their mentalities and their previous ages. That's going to be really interesting to see just how his character develops with everyone else too. The mystery there of why were they reincarnated, and who's their dad, obviously being the big mystery there. It's very interesting. And I'm not just invested in that part, right? The mystery part and Aqua's part. I'm invested in the individual stories, right? Where you have Kana and her acting. That's her name, right? Kana, I think. I don't know. Don't crucify me here. That's so true. I can't. The red-haired chick, right? Her and her story. And then you have, now we've been going through Akane and her story kind of with that whole sitcom or rom-com there. And that's been really fun and really engaging, and just the writing and the character writing and stuff like that. It keeps me coming back, man. What can I say? It's a really good series, dude. It's a really good show. I've been absolutely enjoying it. It's great. The more I talk about it, it's my favorite anime of the season. That's kind of why I held it to last, because I was like, well, it's Oshi no Ko, right? That's the one that people want to hear about, because that's the one that everyone's watching. But Oshi no Ko is it's really good, man. Like I said, it's not the best thing ever made, but it's really freaking good. It is really good, and yeah, I'm probably gonna have to pick up the manga. I'm probably gonna have to pick up the manga after the anime. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a So I've Been Reading. I haven't done a So I've Been Reading in forever. I need to get back on Dragon Ball, but that's Oshi no Ko for you. I'll make another video at the end of the anime season with my thoughts on all the anime that I've been watching. I don't know if I'll pick up another one. Probably. There's not terribly much I'm interested in. I could binge Dr. Stone, but I've already finished the manga for that, and so like I'll probably watch it eventually. But I'm not terribly interested in following it right now. But I'm making a video at the end of the season, kind of listing my thoughts on everything and what I'm going to watch next season. Next season, I know 100%, right? We're in the end of the episode territory now, right? 100%, Kyle and I are doing weekly reviews of Mushoku Tensei Season 2. Because Mushoku Tensei is my favorite series of all time, anytime, right? I love Mushoku Tensei so much. And so we're going to be able to do reviews of that. And then I think there's some other Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. That's what I was thinking of next season. It's going to be absolutely insane. I don't know if we'll do weekly reviews of it, but I'll do a mid-season review like I did here. But yeah, no, there's been some bangers this season. And, maybe some not so bangers. But hey, it's been fun. It's been fun, everyone. So, if you're this far in the video, obviously there's something you like. So make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment telling me what your favorite anime this season is, and why Shinda is the best opening this season. Because it is. Objectively, it's the best opening, because that's my opinion. The next video coming out, I don't know exactly when this one's going to come out, so I don't know. Maybe it'll be my Demon Slayer video. I think I'm about to record that right after I record this. So, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.